Let me go to Sanjay call. Sanjay, your organization actually tried to get people to come out and vote. You actually were there on traffic lights yesterday trying to encourage people to come out and vote. How successful have you been, Sanjay?
Oh, well, Rajdeep, clearly we haven't been terribly successful, and I think if we're talking 45 or 46%, we probably not even done anything at all. But I don't think we need to self-flagellate, if I can, go beyond that. I think the reason we don't vote is very complex, and I don't think we have the time or the luxury to talk about it now. But I don't think it's all voter apathy. I think it's a lot to do with actually the situation, the system, the difficulties of doing so. It also has to do mostly with the view of politics that we have. And I think that is really the crucial element here. The disengagement of civil society with politics is the problem.
Is this then, Sanjay, secession of the successful? The rich are voting with their feet, basically trying to send their children as quickly as possible to American universities. They have no stake in the system. Why should they bother whether Sheila Dikshit comes to power or Madan Lal Khurana?
This is precisely what I was talking about, the disengagement between civil society and politics. Now, this is where the problem is actually, where in fact, it has to do a lot with the way politics is played out. When it comes to votes, for instance, you depend on a certain strata of society. But when you have to depend, for instance, on, let's say, policies, those policies then get biased towards these electors towards election time. Now, this is the contradiction, and this is where the problem is. If you do not engage the middle class, and which fuels the city, let's look at the income tax, let's look at the sales tax, let's look at who pays for this city. It's the middle class. And at the end of the day, you don't even have a voice in what happens as far as policies is concerned.
Yeah, that's a good point. The final word from you, Sanjay, if you had to change one thing in the system, you said that you've got to engage the middle class, but how do you actually do it? How do you actually get them to get more involved in public life?
If I can establish the linkage between voting and policies that affect us, that disconnect, if I can reconnect these two, I think you would have done the job.
Right. Sanjay, thanks very much for joining us.